orders are as follows. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough where, yes, we're back here, but there is gonna be a bit of a change, and that is I actually loaded a bit of an earlier save because I just realized this area may be complete, and I wanted to double check in the colony if I missed something, especially in terms of the quest. So yeah, it was. And that one being find Zevlor, and guess what? He was actually in the area where I didn't want to mess with the buttons. It was like a lot of buttons on the side. Either side I said, I don't want to start transforming people or whatnot. He was there. So what's gonna happen is gonna be a quick cut over here, and I'm just gonna insert that small portion over here, and that one will be back here, and see what everyone has to say, because yeah, it's a lot around here. I see Damelin, I see Arcola, Withers is here by some reason. We need to talk with Will and see Halcyon, Nathaniel. Yeah, a lot of people are here, so I'm assuming this episode is just gonna be something similar with the party we had at the end of Act 1. And we're just gonna have conversation with people, wrap up any things and all that. But for now, I'll see you in a couple of seconds after you see what happened when I found Zevlor.
Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Bring me into battle.
Lies before me.
Enough! My mind is my own!
Making my move.
Eliminate.
easy.
Hells. I didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you.
Zevlor.
Watching gods. The Blade of Frontiers. Will? What happened?
I paid the price of angering the wrong devil.
And shouldered the cost to spare someone else a worse fate, I'd wager. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived?
They found refuge. But what the hell has happened out there, Zevlor?
You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard... her. Their false god, whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it.
It sounds like you were being enthralled. It's not your fault.
It would be nice to think so, but whatever these monsters twist us into, I believe it begins in us. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends. But I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketheric is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place.
Find your own people. They need you.
They have you. Go, my friend. Please, let me do this much.
Okay, and that was that. Regarding finding Zevlor, his quest is fully complete. So only have Mole, which apparently, hopefully she escaped? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. The reason that I double checked is because I already have the quest here and I kind of want at least the quest that I have in my journal to like complete them and not miss anything as much as possible. Now, as you may know, there are some quests that we started since Act 1, so if I missed something along the way and I cannot do it towards the end, well, that's gonna be too much to just backtrack. So this one was a bit of an exception because it was right there. Yes, I did have to redo the fight with Ketheric and all that. And because I did that, I think I did a bit more better with the potions. Because I knew what was happening in that fight.
Not as bad as it could have.
But yeah. You know what? Let's start with Withers to have a chat. Then we'll maybe Will, Arcola, Halcyon. Still need to talk with Dame Aileen as well. A nice song regarding Shadowheart's issues. But yeah, Withers.
Discussion.
A curse lifted. The dead three allied once more. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
Oh, okay, that's a very good question. Yeah, I'm not sure. Don't all living things?
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
But... You know, I'm surprised to see you. Why are you here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
You seem to know a lot about the Dead Tree.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
Can't you speak a bit more plainly? I'm still confused. Isn't there more you can tell me?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you. At least you told me something. I'll have to mull it over and whatnot. Right.
I had to look after him.
Shadowheart. Let's see.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know. You wanted something?
Can we chat?
I'm sorry.
Okay. So nothing yet. Jahira?
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Now I can tell her to stay at the camp. Right. I'll see later on. Will?
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Well said. Now that the Absolute Cult has Raven Guard, where will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
True. And you just mentioned Worm's Rock. We have a quest that we need to do around there. What do you know about Gortash and Orin? Mostly about Gortash, I am assuming.
Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Yeah. Mainly, how did they get that much power? Okay. Mizora said you can say what led to your pact and exile. I think it's time I know the whole truth.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
Oh. I mean, I want to give up my soul. I mean, both these answers are... So, okay. You don't make the pact, you give up your life, you save it, you save your house. In that moment, but for how long? But if you somehow make a pact... Yes, it's not gonna be pretty, but you kinda might be still around to, you know, help your home if it's under siege again and whatnot. So in a way, giving up your soul is the negative, but the positive is you might still be around and might influence and keep your home safe. On the other side, if you give up your life, you save it then, but then, I don't know, tomorrow, 10 days later, a month, 1 year, somebody else could come and then you're not going to be present. So yeah, that's an interesting question. But I still say I'd give my life. It meant keeping the residents safe.
As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute.
That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
Oh. Tiamat. I heard that name, but I'm kinda don't have a lot of information about Tiamat. But if I remember correctly, it's like it's a big deal. So sorry for all the people that know the goddess Tiamat. For me, I'm just assuming it's really bad if that happens. So yeah, they infiltrated Baldur's Gate. To what end?
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Sure.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Missoura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
I mean, surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it? Other than, you know, other potential contracts that she can make. More potential souls, you know. So if you view it from that point of view, then yeah, makes sense. You're basically saving, but not fully saving for them to be safe and, you know, live their life in peace. You're kind of saving your potential clientele in that regard.
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
And what about your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. After, he said only 1 word. Go. So I did.
I mean, was a brave thing to do, sacrificing your soul to save a city.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
So is that how you lost your eye as well then, in the battle with the Cult of the Dragon?
It is the one scar I ever bore of it. You were right, of course. The new eye is a sending stone, courtesy of Mazura. She uses it to track my location and call from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
Well, we'll talk about more of this later then.
I understand.
Okay. Why did you... I mean, you must have been furious at your father for throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
So do you miss him?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
So that's all the conversation with him for now. Right.
Moving in.
Art Cola. Let's talk with you first.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Daniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
I grew up hearing stories of Duke Elton. I'm curious about what he was like.
Gruff and intimidating. But he had the courage of 10 men, and a love for Baldur's Gate few could match. I don't know if this Duke Ravengard is the same, but I will say this. The Flaming Fist are the cornerstone of the city, and the Dukes are its foundation. I hope you can save him, for the good of Baldur's Gate.
I'll try. What about you?
When this land fell to the curse, I should have gone with it. Daniel is the only reason I survived. It's only fair I stay here and wait for him to awaken.
And after Thaniel awakens?
I don't think there will be an after. The truth is, the Shadowfell broke something inside me.
Oh.
Something no healer can fix. I don't know how long I have, but because of you, Thaniel is safe. Because of you, I could help him as he helped me. So, thank you, my friend. And know that I have no regrets.
Oh, I had the option to ask him to join us, but after what he said, I doubt that would have been the case.
Thank you.
Okay.
Helen!
Oh, this was automatic.
Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
So sweet. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought you were about to move to another room.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Yep, we met.
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
So I heard correctly before. You are Catherine Thorne's daughter.
I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise.
Sure, I'll see you at camp.
Very good. We look forward to it.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Oh.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Hey, go have fun. I'm not gonna say anything, but... Hold up. Nice one decided to camp with us. We should see what the wizard in Baldur's Gate wants with her. Can we chat more, though?
Begone! I must admire Isabel's fulsome beauty away from prying eyes.
Sorry.
But... Shadowheart questions and... really?
Begone!
Okay.
Sorry.
So that conversation is back together. Damn it!
Let's see what this
Sorry,
does.
Shadowheart. We must wait until the camp. Okay,
You
Daniel?
did it. Catherick Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
Is it me, or this is the same voice actor for the Intellect Devourer you meet at the very start of the game? It's just, you know, different accent and whatnot, but sounds really familiar. Oh, I'm glad I could help.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace, and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
Okay, Halsen, you approved.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him.
So, when will the curse actually be lifted?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
What happened to Oliver exactly? Did Thaniel absorb him?
No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish. I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does.
So, I still need to have the lantern with me, I'm assuming. So what now? You've got what you wanted after all.
I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side.
Glad to have you then.
And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean.
Well, glad I could help then.
I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner. Seems your ranks are quite...
Yeah. I thought maybe the join me option was a different thing. As in, join me, make sure you're at my camp all the time. So I can get you in my party whenever I want.
How'd you survive?
Okay. So we still have this guy that I did not... I did not... I thought I... No, I didn't. Right. There's like 3 guys that I forgot to loot. Nichols, Nimble. Hey, Nimble.
Moonrise has been cleansed. Baldur's Gate is next.
Who else is around here? Ah, Wolbrun.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
I saw you as a means to escape. Nothing more. But when the sky lit up, when I followed it here, I knew you were behind it. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light.
Yeah, apology accepted. Understandable.
I wasn't sure you would. I appreciate it. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city. And you can be part of it.
What do you mean? I'm gonna try detect thoughts. I'm just curious, what do you mean?
You see a column of fire that dominates the sky in a blazing inferno. Nothing more.
Are you actually evil? Then right now you saw that I can do stuff. All of a sudden, like, oh, let's be friends with him. But yeah, if you want my help, I'm going to need more to go on. What exactly are we talking about here?
The plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, Baldur's Gate is sick. Once the pinnacle of greatness, it's eating itself alive to save itself from starving. Find me in the city. And once you see what it's become, you'll know that I, and I alone, can stop it.
Sure. Okay, now you are kind of really suspect. Huh. What's this all about? How am I doing with cash? Fine. Tally?
Just tell me what you need.
Sure, I'll do a quick trade. And sell. I'm gonna keep the Amulet of Absolute, despite the fact that that doesn't give me anything. These stones gives you, and those around it, the stepped in bliss condition. Oh, so that's why I had the thingy on me. Sell the scimitar and these. Almost missed that one. And the rest I'll just leave it at the camp. On physical check.
You need to eat before we head off, alright? Yes.
Okay. Not sure if I want this. Entity is also vulnerable to psychic damage. Advantage on physical check. Is this advantage on no.
It's all coming together. I can hardly believe it.
Did I not loot Lincella? You had a mind flare with you. Okay, I'm not sure if there's anybody else around here interesting, so looks like camp it is. Yep, let's go to camp and I'll do a long rest. Right, and now this conversation with Night Song. Shadowheart being busy with the artifact. I'm gonna leave her last then. I still have speak with animals, sure. Karlak.
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
I'll deal with the party afterwards. I see Halcyon is not here. Scratch is glitching through. Scratch, buddy.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his
what
mouth.
have you got there?
I don't know. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Sure, you'll get some pets for giving me a torch. Not that I need it. Sure. Arabella?
I guess I can take care of myself.
Withers?
Fate, dost thou require a new...
Nothing. Gale? I'm surprised you don't have a exclamation mark above your head. We did kinda... did not have you in party when we met the brain.
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Okay, no comments about the Elder Brain? I was for sure we're gonna have some comments regarding that. Okay, Wheel, anything else?
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free.
Okay, and I'll take Lizella staring
The
them.
curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
I guess no party?
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker in, historically.
Okay, sure. Karlak?
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him?
The tadpole, the absolute. How?
It seems he's a servant of Bane, as Catherick served Merkel. Who knows what powers he's gained since we knew him?
I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
Yeah, we'll do it together, whatever it takes.
He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
I can feel it. The engine. It's getting hotter, louder. It's going to blow if we don't find another way to fix it.
Freak.
You know, Zariel may have put the fucking thing in, but Gortash gave her the go-ahead. You expect this shit from devils, but not from the people you care about. Let's get to the city. Got business there I'm highly fucking keen to attend to.
Oh, okay. You really are burning up.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful.
No rest for the wicked, huh?
Not with your engine. Going to blow up and all that. Can you tell me more about your relationship with Gortash?
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Don't worry, Karlach. We'll get...
Darling?
But, yeah. Can I examine you? Ah, okay. You only have... setting your blaze. Okay, he's gonna go in 7 turns, more or less. I thought maybe that that's gonna be a permanent condition. Right, Shadowheart, what are you doing with the prism?
You wanted something?
Can we talk now?
I'm sorry.
No, I thought maybe you would say something about... well, you're still playing with it. Hey, Isabel?
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father... I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
Aren't you at all sad about your father's fate?
I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Yeah, certainly there's magic in the look.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew she was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how or why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
I think at that moment he'd become the chosen of Myrkul.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jahira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land, my home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them, and myself, no matter what.
Understandable.
It's all out in the open now, and with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing, rest. I'm grateful for your help, your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long, but I'm grateful for a safe place to, well, just to be.
No, it's alright. We can stay as much as
Looking
you
forward
want.
to a bit of rest if I'm not.
Okay. Aelin?
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
Okay, she said two others. Let's assume I'm one of them. Who's the other person? Or maybe I'm neither? Yeah, I'm curious. Let's open our mind.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
Oh, we're back here. Whoa. Who's that?
Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
Well, what do you mean?
Father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Holy moly. So, she was actually a Selûnite, not a Shar follower. Yeah. This is what it means, right?
I don't know.
Your parents both followed the Moon Maiden. I could sense their faith, even in a brief glimpse of the past.
It is a tragedy that the Moon Maiden's right was perverted by Shah. Your future was stolen from you.
Yeah, I'll help then. Of course.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
Wait. That's the Spear of Night? I thought that was cast into the Shadowfell.
I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Whoa. You still have the mark?
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Okay, that was a lot. And what did I get? It's a spear. You gain advantage of wisdom saving throws. Gives dark vision. Moonbeam. Moon mode. Okay. Saving throw perception gives dark vision. But isn't this two-handed?
Never mind.
No, it's not. Hello. Well, let's see what it gives. Okay, illuminate an area. Yeah, I have divine intervention. The caster can only use this feature once in their adventure, so this is a one time and then that's it. But what about Moonbeam? $330. Okay, in this is I can cast it wherever I want. Gotcha. A long rest. But then I have Blood Lathander that gives me Sunbeam. 648. And this was how much? 330. Here's an idea. Maybe have Shadowheart keep this in her inventory. The dark vision is not helpful because she already has dark vision. But it's a one hand. That's what's great about it.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Unless, I don't know, I give it to somebody else?
Wished to live in more interesting times.
Or actually...
A long way to go still.
Wait, I don't know if I can carry spears, right?
Well,
javelins. No, unfortunately I cannot use it.
I wonder what the next move is.
So I wonder if I can just swap it during combat or something like that. Or use the sunbeam and the next time I have a fight, have the spear equipped and whatnot. And also I can throw it, but with her with her chances to hit, yeah. But yeah, okay. she's gonna hold on to it for now.
What to do?
Until later on, maybe I'll see what I'm gonna do with it. Okay, this is... I'll have to see with these items what I'm gonna do. Probably I might need to keep them in the chest, to be honest. Not sure if I'm gonna sell some of them. Okay, let's do a rest and see if something interesting is gonna happen. And the haggis. I'm gonna go for the small ones. I need a 6 or a 5 and a 1. Or 2 3s, depending. Yep, butter bun and the other beef sausage. Cool. This is mostly for the short rest to have it available, to be honest.
Open this cage, you munting asshole!
Time to press ahead.
Is only Shadowheart has something to say? Looks like it.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Dare I suggest Shar may have had her reasons?
Not if you enjoy having your head attached to your neck. She stole my family from me. She stole my life. Whatever reason she has isn't good enough. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
And what's that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Okay. Also, that's not how I meant that conversation. I thought maybe it was like in a grander scheme. What was the reason? But yeah. Aiden?
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Sorry? What? What is it?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
There's still a great deal, though I don't know about you.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Are you really Selûne's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the Dead Three?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
And how did you come to be trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorm. Father of my one and only love. Enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me. even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Damn, okay, relax, it's all over. You started to scare me.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
I have more questions for you.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the dead 3?
Why, she already has. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Begone, friend.
That one.
I have a darling to adore.
Well, you could join my camp permanently.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
So, that's yes or no?
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
I mean, we already had the rest, so...
It's a quest to free Shadowheart's parents, is it? And here I was, worried I'd be the only one with a difficult family reunion waiting in the city.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. Fine. What's on your mind?
Can you talk about... Right, nothing new. Lae'zel? Any commentary?
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
Don't evil on me, guys. Seriously.
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk.
Hey, that was a bit weird glitch. What happened there? Alec?
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
Is there a hero?
I would not linger in this land over long.
Okay, you have nothing new. Gale.
Just what I need.
Nothing
At
new
least
to say?
Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its keen edge draw forth whatever vengeance she desires.
Cool. Right. I'm just gonna do a leave camp to see if something is happening. If I leave the camp. Or if any characters moved around. So Ether is not here anymore. Halcyon and Nathaniel is still here. All good. Okay. I guess I can leave it here for this episode. I'm gonna do off screen the buffs. See if I'm gonna swap any items around and whatnot. Plus, I do need to level up the rest of the gang. So, yeah. I'll do that off screen. Maybe I'll start looting up everybody here and just sell the items or barter, depending if I have some potions available and whatnot. But yeah, for now, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, guys, and I'll see you next time. As always, don't forget to take care.